deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes. I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. Was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the Wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and. I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed to cold and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Desparados of San Antonio taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, check. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point right down in the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders 7, Desparados nothing.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding nothing. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Here's Richardson to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Come on. Set. Buffalo Cowboy 80. Go. Richardson out of the shotgun.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Richardson going on 4th down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the 1st.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
18, Rattler. 18, 70 Lions. 18, 5 in.
Richardson looking to throw this. Now he'll tuck this and run. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball. Well, they told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Richardson. Now a run here, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taken in left side, it's Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun, Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Richardson working from the gun. He's got room to roam. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now, San Antonio in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And Richardson back to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
A gain of 3.
They'll try and run for it. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Chance to get that initial touchdown right back. QB sneak, Richardson. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Desparados are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Breaks through the contact. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Can this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
70, finish it. We need this. Let's do it. On the ready. Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll get this out to Genty. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Ready.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Come on. Set.
On 3rd down, here's Genty. And this time he is in. Ashton Genty with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Makes the score Raiders
Point after, right down 7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And the San Antonio first down.
Check smash! Check smash! Go!
They'll keep it on the ground. Flowers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Now he'll attempt it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
A loss of 12 yards. It's 3rd and long.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And pressure gets to him again. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Seven Pirates.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And got his man complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. On 1st down, it's Genty. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality big play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
Now it's Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks. Back up to the scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
Warriors, 70. Come on. 70 range. 70 range.
Now Richardson. He finds Wilson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Desparados are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this would be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now on first down, he'll drop the throw. But he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
19. 19 Lions.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this third quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match him touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, Carter. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays. Just put the ball in the air and allow for them to have some success.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richardson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That's a gain of 5.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, it's Richardson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
19 tight, 19 Lions.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Press all 80. 79 Broncos. Cap 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line.
That's another San Antonio 1st down. A gain of 21 yards.
from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Richardson to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Desparados have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way over the other side of the field.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
No! Let's go now. Go!
On the give, JT. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Once again, it's Genty. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
19 tight, 79 Broncos.
Now Richardson. And find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
A gain of 15. And a San Antonio first down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving.
Nation.